wasn't there. Now I'm killing the game, I run up a bag. SIMBA up on the beat, that's how I'm running the track. It's all me. I've been running from my demons all week. Took a trip, when I came back, they love me. I've been working on the grind, I don't sleep. Got it popping from the west, it's all me. I've been running from my demons all week. Took a trip, when I came back, they love me. I've been working on the grind, I don't sleep. I got it popping from the west, it's all me. Saturday was crazy off that UV. Woke up late for church and I threw up on my new sheets. Running down the street, mama called me, where you at? It was 8 a.m. and I was still up sipping cognac. She didn't know any better, the preacher knew I was drunk. That was right around the time I wasn't giving a fuck. Yeah, we them wild boys, young years, living our prime. And shortly after that I wrote a song and got on my grind. SIMBA, grew up in LA. SIMBA, grew up in LA. Me. I've been running from my demons all week. Took a trip, when I came back, they loved me.
What up, David?
I've been working on the grind, I don't sleep.
We gonna get this started pretty soon.
I've been running from my demons all week. Took a trip, when I came back, they love me. I've been working on the grind, I don't sleep. I got it popping from the west, it's all me. SIMBA, I grew up in LA. SIMBA, grew up in LA. Saw me. I've been running from my demons. I've been running from.
What up, everybody? Shout out to everybody in the chat right now, man. We about to get this started. We got some Tom MacDonald reactions, some Upchurch. Everything's going great. Thank you for asking, man. But yeah, we gonna get this started, man. Let YouTube do its thing with the notification real quick, and then we gonna jump right up in it, man. Bada boom, bada bing. We in the game. Like EA, can everybody hear me? Everything's all clear. Everybody can see me. Everything's good, man. Let me know. I'm trying this new thing where I'm reading the chat on my phone. So if I keep looking down, my phone is right here, just so you know. What up, Jessica? What up, everybody? Much love. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to get into this. Everybody's been telling me to react to this Tom MacDonald scary story. I might share some of my scary stories at Ghost Ranch with you guys tonight. And we're going to have some fun, man. We drinking as usual. We got the blue moon on deck. You feel me? Everything's Halloween theme, as you can see. Got the fucking troll hair going. So let's get it, man. What up, FaZe? What up? All right, let's get it, man. Let's jump right up into this.
Welcome to Ghost Stories with yours truly, Tom MacDonald. We're going to have to take a trip in the Wayback Machine for this one, because this happened a long time ago. The year was 2012. Thankfully, the Mayan calendar was wrong and the much publicized end of the world didn't come. But it still got weird. It still got really weird. This all started with a music video shoot in the small Canadian town, abandoned Canadian town of Tranquil. But it wasn't until after this whole ordeal, it wasn't until after everything that I'm about to tell you, it wasn't until after all of that that we found out that Tranquil is actually one of the most haunted places in North America. Let's start from the beginning. So there was three of us. There was myself, the music video director, and my producer at the time, Olivier. We all piled into a vehicle on a Friday afternoon and started the long drive to a long forgotten corner of the Canadian Pacific Northwest. We were unknowingly embarking on what would turn out to be one of the most terrifying experiences of all of our lives. Aside from a traffic jam on the highway, it was a rather long and uneventful drive. As we drew closer and closer to Tranquil, Things gradually became more and more desolate. The cars that we were sharing the highway with gradually disappeared. The streetlights gave way to pine trees, and the tiny communities that just dot the edges of the asphalt were just eventually swallowed up by the suffocating Canadian wilderness. Paved roads.
That's how Church's house is, man. It's like you go through this little small town, which is Ashland City, and then you go to like the outskirts, and eventually there's no street lights, there's no signs, it's just pure darkness. And like you can hear like a pin drop in that mug. Like it's freaky, man. It's so freaky. Hey, shout out to Aaron, man. Yeah, the hair is crazy, man.
Turned to gravel, and the gravel roads turned to dirt roads, and the vast forest around us just seemed to entirely close in. And when the paved roads turned to gravel roads and the gravel roads turned to dirt roads, that's when we reached the Iron Gates. Our final destination, Tranquil, had been cut off from the rest of the world for quite some time. Essentially, Tranquil was home to Canadians who had tuberculosis, and at the time, tuberculosis was incurable and highly infectious. Sound familiar? They pretty much shipped everyone in Canada who had tuberculosis. They shipped all of those people to Tranquil, this tiny town in the middle of nowhere, and they shipped them there to, well, die, essentially.
Yeah.
Anyway, we didn't know any of that. All we knew was we had to shoot a music video, and this was the perfect place to do it, and we were going to get it done. So there we were in the middle of nowhere. We pulled the car over to the side of the dirt road. We unpacked everything we needed, lights and cameras and bags and outfits and all that stuff. And we cut into the trees to get around the iron gate that was blocking the road, and we were on our way. So after a short hike through the trees, we came up over the top of a hill, and there it was. Just silent and still and forgotten. There was schools and houses and convenience stores and hospitals and libraries and
that's creepy.
Paint chips just peeling off the outside of the exteriors of these buildings, just flapping in the wind. Just seemed like they were just clinging.
Nope, that definitely would have been my first sign to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I'm not messing with it, bro. I'm not messing with it. That sound creepy right there. I would have been left. Like, hell no, bro. He crazy.
Clinging to a time a little less lonely. We had arrived at Tranquil. So we made our way down the hill, and we crossed the train tracks that encircled the town, and there was no signs of life. And when I say no signs of life, I mean nothing. No birds, no coyotes, no bugs, nothing. Nothing like what you would expect of a town encapsulated in a massive forest in the middle of nowhere. So we made our way towards the 3 dilapidated houses. They were just on the outskirts of town, and they were identical.
Yeah, they look creepy.
They sat all in a row. Same paint, same windows, same doors, same front steps. Each house as perfectly the same as the next. Anyway, as we got closer, you could practically hear these houses moaning from years of being neglected and years without maintenance. It almost felt and sounded like something was stirring around inside them, and to be completely honest, I wasn't entirely sure I wanted to find out what that something was. But it turns out that I didn't have a choice. While I was standing there just sort of lost in thought and just gripped by this almost tangible apprehension about the situation at hand, something emerged from the middle house. 2 teenage kids, and we stopped dead in our tracks. So it was this boy and this girl, and they sort of like bounced toward us across this like sun-bleached pavement, and their demeanor was weird. So they got close enough.
Hold on. So you stood there and watched these whatever was coming at you come at you, and you stayed there? Nah, fam. Nope. Hell to the no. Not I. Because Simba would have got the fuck out of there. Ugh, that's giving me goosebumps. Fuck no. That's scary, bro. Hell no.
to us, and I said to the boy, I said, "What are you guys doing here?" And like I said, their demeanor was strange. Well, maybe strange isn't the right word. Their demeanor just did not fit the situation. They were just like smiling and happy, and they seemed like they were excited to see us. And to me, that didn't fit the vibe. So the boy spoke first, and he said, "We're just hanging out, just checking out the abandoned town, and we're filming it with this camcorder."
Hell no.
And I was like, "Cool, well, did you see anything weird?" And he said, "Nope, not yet." And then the girl just like interjected, and she was like, "Oh, be careful in the houses. Like, a lot of the floors are rotting, and if you go upstairs, you could fall through, and it's really friggin' dangerous." I don't really remember much else about that conversation. It was maybe like 3 minutes long, and they darted off in the other direction, and we just continued on our way. So we went into the house that our new friends just emerged from, and the girl wasn't lying. There was a massive hole in the ceiling of the living room where it looked like something on the top floor had fallen through and landed in a giant heap of rubble just sitting on the floor in the living room. It was trippy. So the more we explored, the weirder it got. Like, inside the school, there was 3 inches of dust on the desks, and the day's lessons were still scribbled on the chalkboard, and there was pencils and erasers just littered about all the workstations. And if you picked anything up, you leave a perfect impression of whatever you picked up on the surface that you picked it up off of. Like, this stuff literally hadn't been touched in years. After roaming through like half a dozen buildings, we had finally made our decision where we were gonna start shooting this music video, and we decided on, of course, the sanatorium.
Oh, you're crazy.
So we were walking down the main street on our way back to the hospital when I noticed something peculiar. Peculiar? When I noticed something up. There was this small white brick building that was just sort of jetting out of the dirt right on the edge of town. And we had a long day of shooting ahead of us, but Tranquil just felt like it was some sort of portal to like an alternate dimension, and we were just so captured by the mystery of this town that like work came second, and we just wanted to explore. So we took off towards that white building. So this building was essentially just like a brick box. It was maybe like 10 feet tall by 20 feet long and 20 feet wide, and it had one of those big metal doors on it. It was like like something that you'd see on a government building. It was that light green color, kind of like sun bleached by the sun. It was missing its doorknobs. I walked over, no windows on this thing, can't see inside. So I walk over to this big green door, and I put my hand inside where the doorknob's supposed to be, and I jerked the door open. So it was dark, and it was not the type of dark that you're familiar with. This wasn't like 1 a.m. in my house dark. This was like pitch blackness.
Hell
We're
no.
here to shoot a music video, right? So we got lights. So I grabbed one of the lights, and I turned that motherfucker on. So when I turned the light on, there's nothing in this room. There's no windows, there's no doors, there's nothing on the walls, there's not even flooring. It's just plain concrete. It's as plain and white on the inside as it was on the outside, with the exception of one thing: a staircase going down. I'd be lying if I said we weren't scared, because we were freaked the f out, man. But here's the thing about 3 dudes hanging.
That sound like the start of some kind of horror film. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. If I found like a fucking small house like that, or wherever the fuck he was in, and it had stairs going down, nah, fam. Like, I'm shutting that door and I'm walking as far away from that place as I can, because that sounds like some fucking underground dungeon type shit. Like, people were getting like they heads chopped off down there or something, man. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit, man. Like, I'm good, bro. I am good.
Out is none of these dudes is going to admit to any of the other dudes that they're scared, because that's not what dudes do. So we're all terrified, but nobody's going to admit that they're terrified to anybody else. So in the greatest display of masterfully fabricated machismo in the history of mankind, we go down the stairs.
Oh, you wild.
We are so deep in denial and so unwilling to admit that we're afraid in front of another man that we forced ourselves to go down a set of stairs into a black hole inside an abandoned town in the middle of nowhere.
Nope.
And you know what? I could barely comprehend what was at the bottom of those stairs. Medical equipment everywhere. X-ray machines and surgery tables and scalpels and wheelchairs and rolling beds, just everywhere, all covered in dust, untouched for years. So there's 3 walls down here, and there's a doorway on each wall. No door, just a doorway. So I shine the light through the first doorway, long concrete hall. I shine the light through the second doorway, long concrete hall. And then I shine the light through the third doorway, you guessed it, long concrete hall. Still neglecting the sheer terror that's permeating every cell in our bodies, we somehow choose a doorway, walk through it, and start our journey into the abyss. And what we found were just more concrete hallways and more wheelchairs and more rolling beds and more hallways and more doorways and more concrete halls. This was a labyrinth of underground concrete halls. And we decided it was a cool place to shoot a scene for a music video, so we started shooting a music video. I'm not even exaggerating. We probably had that camera turned on for 30 seconds before we had to turn it off because started getting weird. I just remember saying, "Cut the camera." Did you guys hear that? And we all just stood there, just quiet and motionless in the 10-foot section of hallway that our lights would illuminate. And I am not kidding you. Somewhere out there, beyond where our lights could reach, footsteps. I remember my producer, Olivier, just sort of laughing like, "No f***ing way. No f***ing way." We just stood there, frozen with fear. We just stood there and we just listened. And we heard voices. Voices somewhere way out there in that maze of concrete hallways, just echoing through everywhere. And I just said, "Yo, pack up the camera. Let's get the f*** out of here."
That's the right move. Now look, man, there's different levels to this scary, spooky shit, man. Different levels. You hear footsteps? Alright, that's creepy. You hear kids running? That's creepy. You hear laughter, someone talking, someone whispering, someone telling you to get out. You fucking leave. You fucking leave. This is their house. They don't want visitors. They don't want you there. They don't want no rent, no nothing. Get the hell out. Take your shit. Live to see another day, because god damn it, they gonna possess your ass and they probably gonna eat your brain. I don't know what they do, but that's what I'm assuming they do. That's what I think they do. No, get out, leave. Fuck that. It took them too long. It took them too long to leave. I would have been gone. The first minute I stepped there, I wouldn't even have went there. You tripping, Tom. You is crazy.
Now, as we're packing up to leave, I notice that just out of our light's reach, I see a door. And it's a big-ass metal one. So I squeeze past Olivier, and I walk over to the door. It's this giant steel door, and it's just flush with the concrete inside this hallway. And I just push it open. It's the basement of a house. I just said, "Yo, shine that light over here." And there's another big metal door 6 feet away. And I walk up to it and I push it open. Basement of a house. And then another door and I push that open, and it's a basement of a house. And as we walk out of this labyrinth of concrete hallways, more doors, more basements of more houses. So it was at this point that I realized that this wasn't a regular town.
No.
There was something going on here. Something that required every house in town to be accessible by these underground tunnels that all led to a massive underground tunnels, and we reached the surface of Tranquil once again. It had gotten dark. And you know what's creepier than an abandoned town in the middle of nowhere with an underground mad scientist lab? A creepy ass abandoned town in the middle of nowhere with an underground mad scientist lab in the dark, son.
Man.
That being said, the next couple hours went by rather smoothly, and we got some cool shots and some cool places. We pretty much got everything we needed and had wrapped up the music video. But this is where the really haunted starts. We finish the shoot, pack up the gear, hike up the hill, sneak through the trees, go around the Iron Gate, and get back to the car. We've escaped Tranquil. Or so we thought. We load everything into the trunk of the car, and the director says, "Oh, I'm missing one of my lights. I'm missing a light."
Fuck that
I'm
light.
like, so what? Dude?
Facts.
That light.
Facts.
Let's get the out of here. And the director goes, "Oh, well, it was a $1,200 light." And I said, "I don't give a I'm not going back
Big
into
facts.
the creepy abandoned town in the middle of nowhere with the underground mad scientist lab. I'm not going back." And Olivier says, I'm with Tom. I'm not going back either." And the director says, "Somebody has to go back.
You go back.
I need that light, so let's all play rock, paper, scissors for it." And the loser goes back.
Hell no, I've been like, bro, you lost it. That's your light. You want it back? Go get your light, bro. I'ma sit my happy ass in this car with the engine running, with the key in the ignition. And if I see even one bit of some creepy shit, I'm driving off and you on your own. Because that's your problem, not mine. That's not my problem. Why you bringing me into this? I ain't lose the damn light. Ah, hell no. Nope, nope, no, no, no. Hell no, bro.
Back into the town to get the light. Look, I never liked fucking rock, paper, scissors. I hate that. When there's something that somebody has to do and it's an undesirable task, everybody's always like, "Let's play rock, paper, scissors." I hate rock, paper, scissors. It's an impossible game to win. I always lose. We agree we'll play rock, paper, scissors. Guess what? I lose. Of course, I lose. But I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm acting like a child, and Olivier has always been the more mature of our sort of duo. So he stands up, and he's just sick of listening to us and complain, and he goes, "You know what? I will go back. I'll go back and get the light. Where is it?" And the director says, "It's in the sanatorium." Of course it's in the sanatorium. Where else would it be? Where else would the lost light be than the most haunted possible place in this abandoned town? It wouldn't make any sense for it to be anywhere else. Olivier goes, "Okay, cool, I'll go get the light." And with that, Olivier just turns and walks into the darkness. I turn to the director and I'm just like, "Dude, give me a flashlight." You gotta understand, Olivier isn't just my producer at this point. He's my best friend. And I cannot, in good conscience, let my best friend wander back into an abandoned town.
I feel that.
To get somebody else's light by himself. I just can't.
I feel that.
So I run to catch up with him. So I reach him and I'm like, "I got us a flashlight." And Olivier turns and looks at me and he doesn't say anything. He just smiles, like a full teeth grin, like one of those smiles that somebody makes when they're terrified or when they're fully aware that they're making a very poor decision and they're about to do something really stupid. Through the forest, around the fence, up the hill, down into the valley, we are back in Tranquil. It's pitch black now and I'm carrying this little rinky-dinky ass flashlight and we're just navigating through the town and we're on the way back to the sanatorium. I ask Olivier, where do you have any idea where we put this light? Olivier says, "Yeah, it's in the big main room. I saw him put it down there. I just don't like him, so I was just gonna let him leave it there and hope that nobody noticed, and we just drive home and we'd have a good chuckle about this later on." So somehow I managed to let out a muffled laugh because it's funny, but at the same time, it's the reason why I'm standing in an abandoned town in the middle of nowhere with a creepy ass mad scientist underground lab at like 2 in the morning. We go up the old wooden stairs and push this giant creaky ass door open and step inside the sanatorium, and we're at the end of this long hallway. And at the end of that long hallway, there's a giant, big, massive open room, and that's where the light is. So we start walking down this hallway, and there's doorways lining this hallway, and they're all the padded rooms that crazy people would hang out in. We get into the big main room, and as we enter this big main room, I shine the flashlight up on the wall, and just like this perfect, massive piece of art up on the wall, it is painted, "Please burn me down." Olivier says, "Oh, there's the light." Walks over, picks the light up, and now that we have this all-important light in our possession, we turn and start walking back down that hallway towards the main door. Now, what happens next is probably the most horrendous thing that I've ever witnessed in my life, and I'm sure Olivier would say the same thing. In fact, I might actually call him and get his account for this video. But what happens next is the single most horrendous thing that I've ever witnessed in my life. So like I said, the hallway is lined with doors on both sides, right? And they're like holding cells, or they're like padded rooms or something. You know the ones? Yeah, you know the ones. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to explain this. You know that feeling you get when somebody is watching you?
Yeah,
or you know when you see something out of the corner of your eye and you quickly turn your head and there's nothing there? Or you feel the hair raise up on the back of your neck like someone's standing behind you, but by the time you spin around to face it, it's gone? Okay, that happened to both of us at the exact same time. Except something was watching us. And that thing in the corner of your eye that you don't expect to see when you look, we saw it. And that thing that you feel behind you when the hair raises up on your neck and you spin around, and when you spin around it's gone, it was there when we spun around. In perfect synchronization, all this shit happened. We turn and shine the flashlight into the padded room next to us, and there it is. A shadow standing up from the floor. Not a shadow cast on the floor, a shadow standing up off the floor. It looked just like a person, except it wasn't a person. It was featureless and almost transparent and massive and daunting and rigidly standing.
And that's when I would have shit myself, pushed my best friend into the door, and ran for dear life. Do not let me see some shit like that, because look here, man, Mile High would tell you, I'm saving myself, okay? I'm saving myself. I don't want no parts. I told us not to come down here. I never wanted to be here. I'm saving myself in that situation. Do not bring me to a situation where I have to choose between you and me, because I'm choosing myself. That's that. Fuck the dumb shit. Fuck the dumb shit. You can take all that other shit. Be dumb if you want to. I'm running. Fuck out of here. Hell no.
Standing there with its arms by its sides. You can't see from where you're at right now, but I have goosebumps all over me. And at the same time, we just started to run. And we were so scared, and it was so dark. We were just like two frantic animals running from a predator. It was like some sort of primal survival instinct had taken over, and we were just absolutely frantic, and we were falling over each other and tripping over rubble and tripping over pieces of fallen wall and ladders and all of this stuff that we can't see in the dark. And somehow we made it to the front door. We kicked that motherfucker open and ran out into the middle of the street. And we didn't stop running. We weren't even thinking. We were just moving as fast as we could, as far away from whatever the hell that thing was, as far away as we could get. As fast as we could get there, we were going. And after running for what seemed like a marathon, we just finally stopped, and we almost collapsed on the ground, and we're just spinning our heads like a swivel from side to side, just trying to orient ourselves and gain some sort of information about where we had ran to. And I'm gasping for breath and looking around, and I'd say to Olivier, "Where are we?" And Olivier says, I don't know. And I pick the flashlight up and I flash it around and I'm looking. And that's when I have another terrifying realization and I say out loud, dude, we're lost. And I mean, we're so scared and it's so dark and this town is so big that we've completely lost ourselves in what's transpired here. And I remember Olivier gasping, I think the car's that way. You know, and he just kind of points out with one hand, just totally exhausted. So I turn the flashlight in the direction that he's pointing, and I shit you not, I take one step, and this flashlight flickers twice and dies.
Oh, hell no.
Lost.
Oh,
It's
hell
dark.
no.
We have no flashlight, and there's that thing in the sanatorium. I honestly don't remember the next 30 minutes. And I don't remember the next 30 minutes because we were just running on pure adrenaline and racked with fear. But we found our way out. And this time when we crossed those train tracks and went up that hill, before going into that forest, we turned around and we looked down on Tranquil one last time. And guess what? The lights in the sanatorium were on.
Oh,
So we
hell
barreled
no.
through the trees and around the iron gate and over to the car. And I remember Olivier opening up the car door and he's leaning the front seat forward and he's scrambling to try and get into the back seat of the car. And I had just had enough. I remember putting my foot on his ass and just shoving him into the back of the car, standing the seat up, jumped in, slammed the door, and I just said, drive. The director started, oh, what happened? And I said, shut the up and drive. So we made it back home, mostly unscathed and in one piece. But you know what the craziest part of this whole thing was? You remember those kids I mentioned at the beginning of the story?
Where were they?
Well, when I got home, I started Googling Tranquil. And I started researching that abandoned town. And that's when I found out that Tranquil was an abandoned town where people with tuberculosis would go and live out their final days. That's when I found out it was the most haunted place in North America. And that's also when I found out that those underground tunnels were used to remove the dead bodies from their houses without having to wheel corpses through the streets of the town and scare the shit out of all the children and everybody else living there. But the scariest thing I found out, was that 10 years prior to our experience in Tranquil, 2 kids went out there ghost hunting. And they fell through the floor in one of the houses and died.
Oh, hell no.
A boy and a girl.
Nope. That's freaky, man. That's some freaky shit right there. Ugh. Hold on, man. Yo, that's freaky. That's freaky, man. I couldn't do it. Tom MacDonald's brave for that. He is completely brave for that one because I would have never went there at all. Not I, coach. Not I. Nope. Fuck no. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all want to hear some ghost stories from Ghost Ranch? Some of my experiences? Comment some ghost emojis down below, and we'll talk about some ghost stories that I got, man. I got plenty. They were fucking with me, man. They were fucking with me heavy, bro. They did not like me for some reason. Alright, y'all want to hear some ghost stories? I'll tell y'all some ghost stories from Ghost Ranch real quick before we jump into this next Upchurch video. I gotta take a drink for this one. So, I have about 4 ghost encounters at Ghost Ranch. The very first one was one of the first nights we got to Ghost Ranch. It was me, Mile High, and then I think Leroy Biggs had pulled up, the lesbian spy, and then her lesbian spy assistant was there as well. Now, Leroy dished out, he left. So it was just me, Mile High, Church, the lesbian spy, the lesbian spy's assistant, right? And I'm in the living room. It's about 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I'm talking to Ripta. He's like playing his fucking GTA game or whatever he's doing. And so he's in the corner. I'm in the living room. They all go outside to smoke. And I told Mile High, if I go, do not leave me in that damn fucking house alone. Now, usually Church's house, there's always people around, his brothers, his mom, assistants, there's always people around. But this one particular time, no one was around me. No one. I was purely alone, right? Purely alone. And it freaked me out. And so Ripta goes outside to smoke. All right, boom. So now I'm alone. I'm alone, like by myself. There's no one in the ranch. No one. I think his mom was out doing something, watching some horror film out in the yard or something like that. I'm alone. I'm purely alone. Everybody's smoking. I don't smoke. I'm sitting on the couch, right? And from the corner of my eye, I hear footsteps upstairs. And I'm trying to ignore this shit. I'm like, nope, I'm not looking that way. It's not fucking with me. I'm not fucking with it. We good on this side, big dog. We are solid on this side. And so I can hear the steps coming, and it's coming closer. And as it's coming closer, it gets a little bit more faint, right? And then immediately, so I'm laying on the couch, and when you lay on the couch, it's a dining room and a door. I'm laying on the couch. I hear the steps coming towards me. I'm looking at the TV. I'm not trying to focus on the steps. I don't give a fuck about the steps. It's not fucking with me. I'm not fucking with it. And then it disappears, right? The steps disappear. And then immediately I look at the door, and the door starts to creep open. Just ever so slightly. Like in the creepiest fucking way. And it was locked. It was shut. The door was shut. So I watched the door open. Just ever so lightly. Just creep open. And I think I posted this on my YouTube, a snap of it. And if I can find the snap of it, I will post it when I edit this video up. I hear the door. I see the door open, and it's just creaking open. I get up and I run outside. Fuck that noise. I get up, I run outside. I run to the car. They're all fucking high and shit. They faded as fuck, man. And so I'm fucking out of breath. I'm telling them what happened. And Ripta's like, yeah, that happens. And I'm like, no, bro. Like, you don't understand. This thing was trying to get me, bro. It was trying to get me. Right? So that was the first night. That was the first encounter. First encounter that I had at fucking Ghost Ranch. The first one. And then progressively, they started messing with me more and more. Like, it got a little bit more intense. Got a little bit more crazy. Like, so the second time, me, Mile High, and Leroy Biggs, and then I think his mom was in the kitchen cooking as well. I'm in the dining room, and I'm like getting ready to go shower. So I'm getting ready to go shower, and Mile High and Leroy Biggs, they're having a conversation in the living room. Now I can hear their conversation. They're not talking to me, right? So I hear their conversation or whatever, and I'm looking through my clothes, trying to get my clothes to shower, and I hear, "Hey, Simba, come outside." And so I was like, yeah, I'll come out there in a second. I hear it again. "Hey, Simba, come here." So I'm like, okay. So, so obviously someone fucking wants to talk to me. So I walk to the door, and I'm like, "What's up?" And Mile High's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "You just called me." Mile High's like, "Nah, I wasn't talking to you." I'm like, "No, you just called me. You just told me to come over here, come outside. What's up?" He was like, "Nah, that wasn't me." Oh my God, bro. It freaked me out so bad. I did not shower. I fucking told church that I wanted to get a fucking hotel room. Like, it freaked me out so bad because vaguely I heard Mile High's voice tell me to come talk to him, tell me to come outside and talk to him. And he was so like, nah, that was not me. Like, and you can tell that he was so serious that it was not him, because he was like concerned. Like, he was like, oh shit, like what the hell? Bro, oh my God, I had to get out of there. I had to get out of there quick. No. And then 2 more things happened. But I'll save that for another time, man. But that's 2 ghost stories at Ghost Ranch. Since everybody always asks me what stuff I experienced, there's some other stuff that I definitely experienced there. And then even after I left the ranch as well, some freaky stuff has happened to me as well in my own home, man. But if you guys want to hear more of that, man, I'll probably make a video on it and tell you guys some more experiences, man, because it was pretty freaky. It was pretty freaky. But we gonna jump into this Upchurch. Jigglypuff is a hooker, man. All right, let's jump right back into it. Yeah, no, that shit was definitely freaky. It was definitely like, it wasn't cool. Like, it wasn't cool at all. It was just freaky, man. Like, I don't like ghosts and the paranormal. I don't mess with them. They don't mess with me. I like, you know, stay away. I'll stay away. We good. Like.
Oh! Prepare for trouble.
Shut the fuck up!
Alright, so first things first. This is the only channel you're gonna find of a guy opening Pokemon cards with Jigglypuff riding a big cock with 2 big great balls.
What?
Alright, so opening cards today, we're gonna open some X and Y evolutions. If you don't know what X and Y evolutions is, it's pretty much base set 1, the reprint of them with a little bit of shit added.
By the way, to all the people that wants to know about Church's collection, he is a avid Pokemon like card collector, man. Like, I seen his collection in person, and I've been out in places like getting stuff and would find Pokemon cards and bring them to him to add to his collection. He loves it, man. He like goes out and seeks that shit out, man. He's like a shark in the water for it. Like, he loves his Pokemon cards.
To look at some old cards, not to mention fucking base set 1 cards, original ones. The booster boxes are outrageous right now. Let's just look. Let's just see what the price of them are right now. Y'all are gonna shit when y'all hear the prices of these. Dude, in the past 2 years, I noticed like Pokemon shit was going extinct, right? And I was like, damn, dude, because I've been collecting Pokemon shit since since I was like 10 years old. Yeah, and taking care of the cards and putting them into soft slips into hard slips. Hey, that sounds like a sex joke. Let's see how much they're going for right now. And dude, it's getting hard to even find them in English right now. I think I got one of the last first edition base set 1 English booster boxes, and I pulled a Charizard out of it. Fucking. What the fuck? An empty box? An empty booster box. $4,000. Jesus.
That's a lot.
Legendary collection booster box. $27,000, dude.
Damn.
Fucking crazy. 1 Ivysaur.
That makes me wish I would have kept collecting my Pokemon cards, man. Because I had so many. I had some like pristine Pokemon cards. Like, I had the little I had them like laminated and stuff like that, man. It was, I should have kept it going. Man. I got a number 1 edition Spider-Man comic in my room that I love, that my teacher gave me actually for getting good grades, because in high school I kind of just fucked off, and he was a big comic book fanatic, man, and he gave me this limited edition Spider-Man comic, and right now that thing's going for like $5-6 grand. So but I'll never sell that thing because I love it, man. I love it.
Not even fucking Venusaur, fucking Ivysaur. $200 for 1 shitty card. Oh, look, another empty box. Actually, yeah, I have that box right there. This box right here. Base set 1. $2,000 empty, bro. Fucking
crazy.
Empty. Are you fucking with me? Over the past few months, I got these. I have one of those boxes too. The empty one we were just talking about. This is the original Wizards of the Coast Pokemon base set 1 booster box. Base set 2 with Mewtwo on the front. Y'all remember this shit. Don't act like you don't know, bro. Here's the e-reader booster box. This is the one that you're supposed to slide through your fucking Game Boy. Yeah, I bet everybody that did that's fucking regretting it now.
Oh,
Pokemon
yeah.
Gym Heroes, first edition booster box, English, $10,500. One pack of TCG base set Shadowless. One pack, not a box, a pack. $1,200. What? First edition PSA 10 Shadowless Bulbasaur. Almost $6,000.
That is
That card probably
insane.
cost like 0.01 cents when they came out. Damn, Taylor's just fart. The one with Mewtwo I have back there, those are now $10,000. I remember, fuck, dude, it wasn't but like a year ago. They were like $4,800. The first one I showed y'all, and it's in English. Oh shit. I didn't see this till today. But I mean, fuck. It's $30,000 fucking dollars. Damn, here's another one, $30,000. Jesus Christ. Bro, I bet so many moms and dads are beating themselves up like, what the fuck? This is how much these motherfuckers cost now? Oh my God, y'all probably threw all kinds of the trash, didn't you? You did?
Sure did.
But anyways, I think these XY evolution packs are gonna be the next hardest ones to find. How many packs do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got a Raichu art, a Blastoise art, Venusaur, Raichu, Venusaur. If we pull a Charizard out of this, I'm going to give it away to one of y'all. Fuck it. All right, I forgot the card trick with these, so this one's going to be a test run. Jigglypuff, stop being a hooker. All right, so pack number 1. So you move 1, 2, 3, 4 to the front. Okay. But on this one, first one, it was a Hitmonchan. Boy, ba-da! I'm going to stick them in one of my books. Until tomorrow.
Damn, man, that's bringing back so many memories. I remember all my books had hella Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh too. I used to mess with Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, man. A lot of people didn't mess with it, but I messed with it. That was my shit, man. I need to get back into card collecting for real, man. For real.
Fucking Pokemon cards, bro. Jesus Christ. Pack number 2, Charizard Spirit Link. Charmeleon, oh shit. Energy. Stupid promo card. Ghastly. Diglett, old peckerhead Diglett. Rattata, the most annoying thing to run into in the game.
Oh man, facts.
Charmander, bro. If this motherfucker's got a Charizard in it, I'm a shit. Psychic Energy. What the fuck is that?
Trainer.
Energy Revival. Is this the one? Oh, what the fuck? Electro? Man, I hate you, bro. Pack number 3. Kakuna. Full Heal. Choke. With Choke getting them gains, you know what I'm saying? Shitty card. Actually, I think you can like screenshot that or something, right? I
Yeah.
don't know how that works. I'm too old. Rattata. Vulpix, bro. Vulpix. We got a Lohan Vulpix laying over there. Electabuzz. Man, I like Electabuzz. You look
That
like
was
you got
my
an
dude.
Electabuzz going on. You know what
That
I'm
was
saying?
my dude.
Magikarp. Useless as fuck unless you got a Water Stone.
Yep.
Ghastly. And the next one is Seal. Oh, that ain't the rare. No. I'm about to say, man, bullshit, bro. All right, the rare is a fucking Raticate for real? That's the ugliest motherfucking Pokemon there is. This motherfucker looks
So
like he's found outside a
trash.
gas station and asked people for cigarettes. Pack number 4, Venusaur art. I don't know why I'm telling y'all what the art is. Y'all can see it. I'm so stupid. Brock fucking, look, he's high as shit. He's like, hey, I'm a Pokemon trainer. Magmar. Energy Revival. Shitty card. Electabuzz. Magikarp, you useless fuck. Ghastly. Ghastly, you look like you on drugs, man. You in a dark place. Sandshrew. Weedle. You wanna smoke some Weedle fucking? Misty.
Ah,
Wait,
Misty.
what's that called? Misty's determination. She determined this shit to get Brock to stop smoking weed. All right, the rare is a B-drill, non-holographic. Way cooler than fucking Electrode and Eradicate's ugly ass.
That's not too
Got
bad.
a big old B dick. Pack number 5. Ring thing. Polywhirl.
Oh, Poliwhirl.
What is that called? Maintenance. The card, that thing. These you can screenshot. Voltorb. Poliwag. Ghastly. Magnemite. Seal. And the rare is... Nope, that ain't the rare. Clefairy, though. The rare is...
Ooh.
a Pidgeot EX. Lame. Pack number 6. Give me a Charizard, bro. Spirit Link. What the fuck is that? Blastoise Spirit Link. What the fuck is that? 3 trainer cards in a row? What the fuck is this shit? Switch. And then this, bro. There better be a Charizard in this pack.
I know, they gotta make up for that shitty ass.
I think that's how you do it. Poliwag. Dickhead. Seal. Nidoran. Ponyta. Zapdos? What? That ain't even the rare, bro. Hell yeah, motherfucker! Zapdos control on them bitches! I used him in a rap song once, and the rare is... another...
Really? I would have been pissed, yeah.
Bro,
I would have been
no
pissed.
Eradication on here, dude. Last pack, fucking. Pack number 7. You're a fucking hooker. Machoke. Potion. Maintenance. Thingamajig. Oh, shit. Thingamajig. Nidoran. Ponyta. Doduo.
Pikachu!
Bro. Oh, shit. Pikachu in this bitch. Staryu.
Wow.
Staryu again. And the rare is... oh, fuck. I'm gonna get on eBay and buy a real box. A real one. Then we'll open. You finally fell off the cock.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
That's so funny. So fucking funny. What up, you guys? What up, you guys? Hey, shout out to everybody still in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody always catching the live streams and kicking it with me, man. I've been having fun doing these live streams, these live reactions. I've been having fun doing these reactions, man. All the fucking Halloween stuff, man. I'm in the spirit, as you can see. Every video for Halloween, well, for the month of October, we'll have a Halloween theme, some kind of costume, something like that, man. But I love you guys. I'm going to go get something to eat. So I'm going to end this live here. I love you guys. Thank you guys for showing up, showing love, man. Watch every video. I got more videos coming tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you guys for so much, man. Peace.
That's all me. I've been running from my demons all week. Took a trip when I came back, they love me. I've been working on the grind, I don't sleep. Got it popping from the west, it's all me. I've been running from my demons all week. Took a trip when I came back, they love me. I've been working on the grind, I don't sleep. I got it popping from the west, it's all me. I'm killing shit and I don't even try to. I drive a double S and my bank account got the line through it. Moved away to Reno, left the city at the high school. Hustled up a bag, then double that when I like to. I ain't gotta tell them what my next move. I meditated, think about the people that I'm next to.